Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about the concept of being that girl and how you can do it on a budget. Now, the that girl lifestyle, if you're not familiar with the term, is a lifestyle concept. I believe it was created on TikTok. Either way though, it was created by social media. It is something that came about on social media, and it's basically the idea of having your life together. It is based off of hustle culture and is the concept of you just being the best version of yourself every single day. So you wake up in the morning and you have a green smoothie before you go do your workout, and then you come back and you get dressed up all nice and pretty in like your gorgeous clothes, and you go do like your studying or you go to work, and it's all aesthetic and it's all like so nice, and you just live this like perfect ideal lifestyle. The idea is you aspire to be that girl, like that's who you want to be. You want to be fit, you want to have like this aesthetic iced coffee every morning, you want to be organized and productive and all that stuff. Every morning you wake up and you do your affirmations, you love to journal. Like that's basically the that girl mindset, and I'm sure you've come across some of this stuff throughout YouTube or whatever if you've clicked on this video. There's a lot of reasons why this mindset is obviously very unattainable for the everyday person and is a mindset idolized on the internet because it is unattainable. I have a lot of mixed thoughts on the mindset in general. I think in some ways it can be inspirational, but in some ways also it can be very toxic depending on what aspects of it you're trying to achieve and how you're going about doing that, and knowing that in the end that lifestyle is never going to be 100% realistic. But I did want to go over today the concept specifically of being that girl on a budget. The ideal that girl has money. She's always buying Starbucks. She shops at Aritzia all the time, ginger shots, fresh fruits and vegetables, like all these things that cost a lot of money. So the idea being to be that girl, you have to have this money and you have to have all these nice and gorgeous things, and that's just not true. So today I wanted to go through the that girl mindset and debunk portions of it that are considered expensive. And this being said, it doesn't mean you can't have expensive things. I have an Aritzia puffer coat, which is definitely a that girl mindset coat to purchase, but I adore it. But I also don't subscribe to every single one of these that girl things. I got it because it's freaking cold here in the winter because I live in Canada, and I just really enjoyed it. I saved my money for that. So it's not saying that you shouldn't, you know, buy yourself more expensive things or treat yourself when you want to. It's just saying that you do not need to have money to be able to live the life that you would like to live. So I did write down a couple things here about that girl that are expensive things and how you can use different things to save money yourself on it. So first off, let's talk food. Now, the ideal that girl mindset buys a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables. She eats healthy all of the time. She goes and orders like this perfect salad or rice bowl or like really aesthetic meal at this perfect downtown restaurant. The main part is she's constantly eating healthy foods and has stocked her kitchen with fresh fruits, vegetables, and just has the best, most ideal grocery haul you can imagine. Being a college student, I do my own grocery shopping, and I did go to the grocery store the other day and filmed a little bit about how I am saving money.
Good morning. So I am about to head out grocery shopping, and it is currently 8 a.m. on a Tuesday. I like to go grocery shopping early because we do have a little bit of supply chain issues in Canada right now. So I thought if I go early, I might get a better choice of what's on the shelf potentially. But I did want to go over some ways that I try to save money at the grocery store, because food prices, especially food prices in Canada right now, have gone up dramatically over the last couple years, and they are really terrible for absolutely everything. Like the price of everything is pretty much doubled since the pandemic started. So I wanted to go over some of the things I do. So first off, it's Tuesday, like I said. Tuesdays are student discount days. I'm a college student, which means at Zehrs and Loblaws stores, which is a grocery store chain in Canada, I get 10% off my entire purchase on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which means that I am saving a ton just by doing that. Another thing I do is I use the Flip app. this is not sponsored, this is just something I use. You can go in and you can look at all the flyers for the week, see what's on sale, and then I could plan my meals around what's on sale. Or there are two grocery stores next to each other. There's a Zehrs and a Freshco. So if something's on a really good sale at Freshco, even though I usually go to Zehrs, I can stop over at Freshco and get it because they're right beside each other. So it's really easy to save money that way as well. And then finally, I did make a list. I'm going to try best as possible just to stick to my list and not buy anything too much extra. On my list here is all the things I will need for all 3 meals for the week, as well as any snacks that I want. So yeah, we're gonna head on out to the grocery store. It's freezing cold today. We're gonna get some groceries. In Canada here, it is 5 cents per plastic bag when you buy your groceries. So bring your own reusable bags. So I always get yogurt, and this is on sale, and so is that, and the tub's $2.99, but the tub lasts me 3 days. This here is $5.99, but there's 8 big ones or bigger cups in there, so it'll last me 8 days. So it's actually cheaper to get this, even though it's not on sale. So groceries today cost me only $39 for the next about week and a half. I'm gonna try to make it last me till next Thursday. So a week and 2 days, which is great. I saved about $4 with a student discount, which isn't a lot, but when you consider I was only buying like 40 something dollars worth of stuff, student discount's 10% off, so that's great. And I got 3 grocery bags full of stuff. So I got a lot of food for a little price. There's nothing wrong with buying your fruits and vegetables frozen. They obviously last longer. You're not going to be wasting food as much, especially if you are just one person and you know you aren't going to eat a whole thing of fresh food, and it is often cheaper to buy frozen or canned even vegetables, and still a great healthy option. And then also I did just want to add, if you are going to eat out with your friends or yourself just for a meal, lunch is usually cheaper. If you go places, a lot of places will have lunch specials or just smaller portions for lunch. Lunch is usually a cheaper meal to buy than dinner, so maybe consider a breakfast, lunch, brunch instead of a dinner meal. Next, let's talk about coffee. Now, the That Girl coffee order is always having Starbucks, is always getting this fancy drink, or going to a local coffee shop and just always having coffee. Or green drinks, or ginger shots, or just these really aesthetic rich girl drinks. Like they look expensive, and buying coffee every day is expensive. So my tip is as simple as make your coffee at home. And if you are looking for those green drinks or nutrients, consider just plain vitamins. There's nothing wrong with taking a vitamin or just getting those drinks once in a while if they do make you happy. There's so many other ways to get those nutrients than a overpriced green smoothie. That Girl is always also very organized. So you always see them with aesthetic stationery, probably an iPad, with high-end gorgeous pens and highlighters, their iPad and their Apple Pencil, making really pretty notes, and of course some sort of planner, whether that be online in a planning app or just a paper planner as well, or even a bullet journal. Bullet journals are super popular with the That Girl mindset because they are super flexible. Now, nothing against bullet journals. I don't like the concept personally. I know it works for some people, but I find it so time consuming to have to draw out my own outlines. So I do prefer a paper planner. And it's important to note that planners do not have to be expensive. You can buy an expensive one if you're really into it, but the dollar store sells planners. Planners also always go on sale if you're okay with waiting a week or two into the new year. So like second week of January, go out, find a whole bunch for 50% off. Or you can simply use online calendar platforms. Google Calendar is completely free. So that's another great way to use planning. You do not need an iPad. I know they're so pretty and they make notes and planning and to-do lists look so nice, but iPads and Apple Pencils are so expensive and you simply just don't need it. Like, realistically, you don't need anything except a sheet of paper and a pen to be able to do it. If you do want to make your notes look nice, I mean, definitely go shopping at back to school season. That's when you're going to get some of the best deals on really nice pens and highlighters, but I personally like using the Bic pens here that are colorful.
the Bic highlighters. I love the pastel ones. And a lot of my notebooks I just get from the dollar store. Yes, the ones you get specifically at like Chapters Indigo, Barnes & Nobles are so pretty and aesthetic looking and absolutely gorgeous, but you can also just get really simple basic notebooks at the dollar store, solid cover, and just they work. It's a piece of paper and it totally works, and it's something you can easily use on a budget. As for fitness, you either love it or you hate it. Let's be honest. I have a very mixed relationship with fitness personally. I'm trying to make it more something about moving my body versus like getting fit. And it's a big struggle because obviously there's a lot in the world, mixed messaging about fitness and stuff. But that girl goes to the gym every day, if not multiple times a day. She has the perfect Lululemon workout sets, and she probably has a Peloton, which she also goes on probably every day. Now, obviously that is not attainable for so many reasons, but let's talk about how you could make it attainable, still going to the gym and still focusing on movement. Focusing on movement versus working out be the key. Make moving your body a reward. So instead of, oh my gosh, I have to go to the gym, be like, I've been sitting all day and now I get to go move my body. And it's that mindset switch. Mind you, this is a little bit off topic from being on a budget, and I could go off forever about how we can make those little that girl mindset switches to make the concept of being that girl more attainable. You do not have to spend a single penny on doing a workout. There are so many home workouts, YouTube videos that will show you how to do a really great workout from home. I know this doesn't work for everybody. Not everyone likes doing workouts from home, but it is definitely an option. Working out can be completely free. All you need to do is move your body. It could be as simple as going for a walk outside, just focusing on that movement. Also, the concept of a Peloton. If you're really interested in the Peloton workouts, I believe there is an app and a subscription you can pay for. I'm really not familiar with the Peloton platform at all. Or just once again, go on YouTube's and find spin bike workouts. You do not need $1,000 spin bike. You just don't. And if you are interested in more expensive equipment or more gym equipment, there's always gym memberships, and there's always ways to find very discounted gym memberships. I personally get a gym membership included with my tuition for the college's gym, which is really, really great. But there's like $10 memberships everywhere for just like a basic simple membership, and that's definitely an option if you don't want to or simply cannot buy workout equipment, because workout equipment is very expensive. And of course, for the Lululemon gym sets, anything works. Anything works at all. I just use an old t-shirt and a nice pair of leggings. I got a bunch of my sports bras on clearance at Forever 21 and they work great. They're part of the old Forever 21 activewear set. I feel like they've changed their activewear a little bit. Forever 21 has changed a lot since I last shopped there and since they left Canada. But you can get really great workout clothes really anywhere, and you don't need to spend hundreds of dollars on cute Lululemon sets. And speaking of spending hundreds of dollars on clothes, that girl obviously has the perfect outfits. She has a capsule wardrobe. She wears a lot of neutral colors. She looks very mature and she just looks very put together with all of her outfits. Now, what I've seen a lot of people try to do to, not a lot of people, a couple people on TikTok, what I've seen them try to do to encapsulate this is getting rid of all the clothes they own and then purchasing a capsule wardrobe. And this kind of defeats the purpose, because you're getting rid of all these clothes so that you can buy more, when in theory the capsule wardrobe is that you don't need new clothes all of the time. So let's just start out with the wardrobe you have. Don't buy clothes unless you need to. This is where you're going to save money. So let's say you need a new fancy dress for an event, you can go buy that. Let's say your sneakers, like your everyday Fila's, Adidas, Nike, whatever you have, let's say they fall apart and you need a new pair. Go buy that. But let's say, I don't know what's about to happen this summer, but let's say lime green tube tops are in. Everyone has a lime green tube top. that's a trend that's probably going to last a couple weeks, and you don't need to go out and buy it. It's stopping shopping at Shein and Zaful, and it's being more particular with your purchases. You don't need expensive items. You can shop at Walmart if you so wish to. It's all about, when you do buy new clothes, buying items that are going to be useful to you in the future for multiple different occasions and match with multiple things, along with only buying things that you need when you need it. And slowly, that is how you are going to build a capsule wardrobe or a more intentional wardrobe. This is something I am definitely working on, and one of my goals for this year is not to spend money on clothes, because I do have so many pieces of clothing. And if you are someone like myself who has a lot of clothes and is ready to get rid of some, there are ways that you can do that besides giving it away. Now, I know Plato's Closet does get a bad rep for selling clothes to, but honestly, even $1 or $2 for a couple shirts is better than just plainly giving them away for free. And if you are on a budget, a couple dollars could be as much as maybe treating yourself to a coffee in the morning 1 day a week. There's also sites like Facebook Marketplace where you can sell good quality items, especially items that maybe never fit you, still have tags on, was never really your style when you got it. And then also buying clothes at stores like Plato's Closet. Going thrifting is a really great option, because a lot of people do give away a lot of clothes. Heading out to a thrift store is a great way to find those more expensive pieces, but on a budget. It's hit or miss a lot of times, and it is a little bit time consuming, but it can also be a lot of fun. Okay. So this is probably one of the most well-known parts of that girl, and it's the fact that she is a reader, she does her affirmations every morning, and a meditation. And what that girl uses for this is the Headspace app. Everyone talks about the Headspace app. I have no problems with the Headspace app. I've never actually used it. I'd be more than open to using it, but everyone just talks about the Headspace app. That's just like the thing. Everyone has one of those 1 line a day journal or journal prompts, or the ones you get at like Barnes & Noble, Chapters Indigo, that are just like the cute little fancy journals, the journal prompts in them. And that girl goes through books like crazy, and she has an amazing TBR shelf, is always reading like the self-help, how to make your life better books. So let's take this one step at a time. First off, we talked about using Headspace for meditation. Headspace is a subscription app, so you are going to have to pay for a subscription. Although it's not that expensive and a very attainable purchase for many people, a lot of people, like myself currently, it's not. So if you are into meditation or just want to try out meditation without spending any money, because you don't know if that's something you're going to be into or not, there are tons of meditation podcasts out there, so finding something that works for you, YouTube videos, and there are just a lot of resources if you are looking for guided meditation. You can obviously also just do meditation yourself, you don't need a guide, but there are a lot of free resources out there if you've never tried meditation before and are looking for guided meditation. Podcasts especially can be so helpful. As for 1 line a day journals and journal prompts, go to the dollar store, find a cute journal there, and then look up journal prompts online if you want journal prompts. There's no reason you need to spend so much money to get the journal prompts rewritten, pre-written in the journal for you. There are tons on Pinterest, especially. Like, you can go on Pinterest and just search journal prompts, and I'm sure there will be like 365 journal prompts, one for every day of the year article or something on there. Like, there is an unlimited supply of journal prompts, and you do not need to buy this super expensive journal to do it. I personally love reading. I've been really into reading recently, and I've been more getting back into reading. When I was in high school and that, I loved reading, and I've recently been getting back into it. But reading can be expensive, especially here in Canada. Books are so much more expensive in Canadian dollars than US dollars. If you ever have a book at home that has Canadian and US dollars on the back, just look at the price difference. It's crazy. So there are a couple ways that you can save money on books. These are not all ways I utilize, but ways I know a lot of people do utilize that I believe would work. So first off, getting an e-reader. This is not for everyone. I'm personally debating whether or not this is something I want to do, and the e-reader does pay for itself after a few books. If you get Kindle Unlimited also, there are a lot of books included in an Amazon Prime subscription that are free with your Prime subscription for your Kindle e-reader. And Kindle Unlimited, I believe there's a deal on right now. I'm not sure how long this deal is going to last, but you get 3 months for only 99 cents, which is great, and then it's only like $10 a month after. So if you are buying so many books every month, Kindle Unlimited or Kobo Unlimited, I believe too, they have that, is definitely worth it. Going to the library. Libraries are free. You can use libraries so nicely. They also have ebooks where you can download right from your house libraries. So there's a ton of options there where you can get books for free. I've also been finding a lot of my books discounted. So a lot of times Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Chapters Indigo will have books at discounted prices. The grocery stores often also have like 30% off bestsellers. So for example, Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover, I got that book for $12, 11 something. And regularly, I believe it's like 20 something dollars Canadian. So I was able to get that because it was a bestseller on Amazon that week and on a really good deal. And that's all about being that girl on a budget. I hope some of these tips did help you out, and I'll definitely be trying to use some of these a little bit more in my life. But thank you so much for watching and have a magical rest of your day.